So for Thanksgiving break, we were in Ohio on my dad's farm. And so I'm doing a little barn tour here just to show you some of the equipment that he uses to farm with. This is a Gleaner L3 combine. It's from the 1980s. He's had it for less than a year, but it worked out pretty well for him this year for harvest. Now, back in the 1980s, this was a $100,000 combine to buy new. Obviously, he paid a whole lot less than that for it. But now, combines can cost up to $500,000. So this is a 200 bushel capacity that it can store. And like I said, it worked out really well for him this year, except he had one rough day where he was combining and felt something that wasn't quite right, and his back axle broke. And so he had to take this axle off, and then the neighbor helped him weld that axle to fix it. And so it's nice to have good neighbors and with good skills to be able to get the thing up and running again. This is a Farmall International tractor from the 1960s, and this is probably his tractor with the most horsepower. Again, an old tractor, but works really, really well. Here's a John Deere planter that he uses to plant all of the seed. And then we have a 1960s Oliver 550 tractor. This one belonged to my grandpa, and he used it to farm, and now belongs to my dad. Here's an old Chevy grain truck, I believe from the 1980s. I'm not sure how much grain this thing hauls, but I show you a picture of the back there. The elevator is only a few miles away, and so this is a pretty old truck, and but it works. It gets it to the elevator, which is what we need it to do. Here's a couple hopper wagons that he also uses to store grain and to haul grain to the elevator. A sprayer that he can use to spray fields. And there's a front end loader for his Farmall International tractor, and an old Oliver Super 77, probably from early 60s as well. And then he has a Case front end loader. Here's another shot of the Oliver Super 77, which I grew up using. We had just a few pigs that we raised, and we would use this to use the manure spreader.